Greetings, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm called to return on this Sunday, the day of the sun, to come back and speak. For it is very important to continue to communicate, to offer this important information that you have within yourself that can benefit others in making the choice to liberate themselves from fear, from conflict, from duality, from attachment to the thing of the deconstructing matrix. Another thing I want to talk about is that Archangel Michael made this warning that a lot of people during the last solstice created this open portal to negative dimension because they were like they were not very precise. They were just turning on to the higher planes, higher beings. But in the higher planes, they are on the fifth, sixth, seventh dimension. There are groups of beings that are polarized negatively, like Luciferian and so on. And so that opened portals into this dimension that many people now, the portals are not quite reclosed yet. It's on the process, but they they can have psychic attacks and all kinds of things. It's all about manipulation and control. So when you make those invocations, first you start from the heart. You don't go from the mind. You go for, and you turn to your creator, turn to the supreme creator. God will never betray you, and that they will never will show any form of darkness within God. There is no darkness. It's just or you can turn to the Great Mother, or you can turn to the Archangel Michael. You can turn to the Christ. You can turn to Saint Germain. You can be very precise in when you ask for connection with the higher plane or your guides. Your guides are a support that will never let you down and will always be in wisdom. But if you just turn to the higher planes without qualification, you can open portals to negative dimensions because they are the positive and negative beings that are polarized on every dimension up to a certain point. So, and within this realization, this great awakening, if you realize that you have a Draco part of yourself, or you have an Orion part of yourself, or anything like that, do not judge yourself. It is only one process of great evolution. For there are Dracos that are positive. The Alpha Draconians are ascended beings that are positively oriented. The same thing with Orion. The majority of they are Orion beings that are positive or negatively oriented. So it's just a matter of being to understand everything is just part. When I worry about anything that's outside of my personal life, about anything on the planet, then I realize it's all the work of God. All of it is God. God is in charge of all of it. Whenever He sees that humanity is ready to understand something, the truth, something comes up to progress it, to make it move forward, and then it's going to snowball. It's like the ball is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger in relationship to the truth. For we're moving into this photonic belt. It's a whole section of the galaxy. It's quite vast, but day after day we're moving deeper into it, and then at some point we're going to the crescendo. There's going to be a point where many veils are going to start falling and falling and falling. So it's not a matter of lineage. I just wanted to say to yourself, wherever you descend from is where you descend from. You have to accept yourself, love yourself, forgive yourself for anything that could happen in the past, and know that now God is offering you this freedom, this point of freedom into the ascension and the service of life. So it's all it's all the program of the creator, no matter what it is, your life, my life, everybody's life. It's just the program of the creator. When you tune into this one frequency of love and light and understanding and consciousness, and be stable within, to observe all that, be detached from all the deconstruction. So also understanding that the great majority of human souls have never experienced the higher plane. So for them, it's it's a fantasy. For there is millions of us that come from, we have ascended to higher planes, but then we gave up our sovereignty, our well-being, our point of light and freedom and joy to come to expand our consciousness and to serve humanity. So we know we have that within our gene, our memory. We long to return to those higher planes, but a lot of humans do not have that yet. So they will be moving to fourth dimension before they can access to the fifth. But for all of us who descend from higher planes, we can reconnect to these higher planes. So it's like, understand everything is perfect within the plan of creation, and every soul is going through exactly what they need to go through. Also, to look, when we look at the deconstruction of the media, now it's going to become more and more evident that all this pandemic and this war is not. It's a plan it's all about business, but it's a bloody business, and they're not going to be able to escape, or they're going to have to face their own consequences. And so just do not be in the judgment seat on all that, and just be in a contemplative mode and do whatever you feel you are called to do. But there is a great complicity of the medias, and even so many platforms, social medias. It's coming more and more to the evidence that it's all about business, but it's not about the highest good. And so just unfortunately we had to go through that. Yet there is only one eternal life, and we all belong to it. Therefore, I had a very strange dream. I have very strange dreams right now. It's like very bizarre. So I shared that. There was one symbolism is in the dream. I was in Florida, and I was with a group of people. I think it was the Bush family, and they were all sitting in a swamp on chairs, but their feet were in the swamp. And then I found myself in a cafeteria with George Bush Jr., the ex-president, and he was like. And it was an outside cafeteria, and he asked me if I thought that anybody there in the cafeteria had dope. I was like, I don't know anybody there. But what do you mean, like opiace and things like that? He said, no, hashish. And so I said, I don't know anybody there. I cannot really inform you about that. But I just want to tell you, in Europe, it's not really legal, but in America, cannabis is legal in most states. And he was really shocked to learn that. He was like, so the dream is about the naivety of that soul. It's like, and then I woke up, and then Spirit says he's a child of God too, which was a very strange dream. Well, now he's been painting. I think the only thing he does is paint. So. But I think he was just a naive soul, and so just do not be attached to anything. Everything comes as a bit of something. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but we're moving closer and closer and closer to this point of light within the photon belt. So trust that the whole process will come naturally. Focus on your joy. Focus on your freedom, on your abundance, on your well-being, on your project, on your friends, on your family, and do those things, and connect to your spirit. Just be very precise when you ask for a connection. Do not be vague about the infinite world of the astral world, because it's like there's so much that is, some of them are polarized negatively, others are polarized positively, and your guardian angel can protect you if you give him or her permission to they will allow many things so that we can grow and make our own mind and decision about what is good and what is not, whether we want to polarize in one side or the other. But we've made a choice already. For most people have already decided whether they're going to be polarized negatively, positively, or they're going to awake or not awake, for those who are not neither positive or negative. So everything has been decided, and everything is in the hand of God. So focus on your own progress and ascension. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thought I'd come and wish you a happy Sunday. And I'm going to finish with a song. Did I pull the card? Let's see, pull the card for the day. We get two cards. We got the Young. The Young is the divine will. What is the divine will for you? What is God expect of you? What's your next step? Just the next step to take. And the other card is Faithful Heart. Is to connect to the wisdom. The owls are here. They have a crown, and they're like just know what. Just be true to yourself. Be faithful to yourself. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that talks about the return of the sun. The sun hasn't been here for a very long time, and the great central sun is going to enlight our consciousness very soon, and it's getting closer and closer and closer every day. We're receiving more of that, and so just let's rejoice about it. I'm going to pull a few cards with the angels afterwards. It's a song that Here Comes the Sun. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Little darling, it's been a cold and lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since I've been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I say, it's all right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Little darling, the smiles are returning to your faces. Little darling, it seems like years since I've been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun. I said, it's all right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Little darling, it feels like ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I said, it's all right. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I said, it's all right. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, so let's welcome the great central sun. When we turn to the great central sun, it is God. It is the manifestation, the light that enlightens all dimension. It is the great God is best way to perceive, to imagine, is a great sphere of sacred light. And from that light, everything is being felt and expressed. And within the great central sun, there is unlimited consciousness of intelligence that regulate over the universe of universes. And we're all connected to that. We come from there. It all come from the mind and heart of God. That's what the Spirit reminded me with this dream. So do not be in judgment of yourself or others. Just focus on the love, on the light, and allow the process to assist in finding this stability, this detachment from all this matrix, and remind others that they should be detached and fearless in relationship to all that. For we've been programmed. There's a lot of people have just been programmed to believe certain things for a very long time, and now we just need to recondition the program. But it's the old program will be erased with the new. When we accept the download and when we sleep, it's like a reset. It's like poof, reboot. And then the new program's coming into alignment. The observer is the destiny. We are destined to climb this mountain of light within ourselves. The highest wisdom is well-being, to continue to focalize on well-being, on your well-being. What you need to understand is overcoming doubts. There is no reason to doubt. Doubt is a dead center. So just what we need to do is intuition. Continue to follow your intuition, to balance it out with your logic, but the intuition, as Immanuel Kant used to say, everything is given through the intuition, and then the mind create a relevance within the physical reality we live in. So the intuition is the voice of the heart, is the voice of God, it is the right brain activity, and we need to balance it out. There's been a deficiency in the right brain activity in the humans that are like so logical and egocentrical. So now it's about balancing out without judgment of ourselves or others, of course. And the outcome will be overcoming obstacle and adversity. For is it within adversity that we learn? But for that, just know your protection. When you remind yourself of the source, or your connection to source, of unity with source, you are being protected. And then you continue to be generous in relationship to yourself, without not having judgment, to be generous in relationship to others. And as we overcome the doubt, we find true liberation. So I hope this message was interesting for you. I wanted to thank you for continuing to support the channel, and for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.